Good morning, New Canaan High School.
I'm Katherine Evans.
And I'm Graydon Tamasco.
Coming to you live from the NCTV studio. Today is Wednesday, October 25th, and it's a day G.
If you guys haven't noticed from how the studio looks right now, this is NCTV's Halloween broadcast, so stay tuned for the end. We have a fun Halloween video for all of you.
In the meantime, we're going to update you all on the upcoming upperclassmen show, All in the Timing, an exciting Spirit Week recap, and remind you guys about some important dates coming up.
But before you do all that, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I hope you're all getting excited for the upperclassmen show, All in the Timing. Students have been working hard for several months, and tomorrow is opening night. The show is a collection of short comedy plays by David Ives, which range from three chimps trapped in a room forced to write Hamlet to a man in love with his washing machine. Let's turn it over to NCTV's Thad Burley for more on this.
Thanks, guys. What's up, NCHS? I'm Thad Burley, and I spoke with Katherine, an important senior in the upperclassmen show, about what it's about and why you should come see it. Let's roll the tape.
All in the Timing is a set of 9 different comedic one-acts. A couple of them are monologues, a couple of them are like longer scenes. They're kind of a bizarre, absurd comedy style, slightly PG-13, PG-14, made for all ages. I think there's literally something for everyone in this show. As I said, a bit of risque comedy, some intellectual jokes. There is actually a lot of intellectual humor. I'd be curious to see who can catch all the jokes, but even if you don't, it's so bizarre that I think a child could come see the show and they'd enjoy it just as much as someone who's 75.
Thanks, Thad. It does sound like it's going to be an interesting show. These short plays are bound to truly make you laugh out loud. The performances are from Thursday to Saturday at 7 p.m. in the NCHS Auditorium. For tickets and more info, visit the NCHS website or the link down below. We hope to see you all there.
Homecoming week was a hit. We started off the week with Pajama Day and also Banner Night. Tuesday was Anything But a Backpack Day, followed by Barbie and Ken Day, Turn Back the Clock Day, and of course, my personal favorite, Red and Black Day. Also on Friday, the pep rally in the main gym was rocking. It was great to see school spirit from everyone and all the fall sports teams' dance moves. Sadly, the bonfire got rained out, so look for an upcoming date in the future. Then Saturday was the big football game against Wilton, where the Rams beat the Warriors. This all led up to the main event on Saturday night with the disco homecoming dance. We saw some great dance moves out there on the floor, and it was a fun night to wrap up the spirit-filled week.
I know the AP tests may seem a little bit spooky, but they don't bite that hard. Registration for AP tests are now open. The registration portal closes on November 10th at 11:59 p.m. Any registration after this date will result in a $40 late fee. To register, go to www.totalregistration.com. If you are taking a second semester class such as AP Comparative Government or AP Macroeconomics, your registration will take place in February of 2024. AP tests are the weeks of May 6th through the week of May 13th. The tests may be far in the future, but it's always good to keep them in mind.
Attention all students. If you can believe it, the first quarter is about to come to an end. Spooky, right? November 2nd, just 1 week from today. Power School Portal will be closing and all teachers will have a week to finalize student grades. Make sure that all of your missing assignments are turned in and talk to your teachers if necessary. Let's finish off the quarter on a strong note.
November 2nd is a pretty big day because it's also when Dr. Mark Brackett is hosting an event in the Sachs Auditorium from 7 to 8:15 p.m. about how managing your emotions can lead you to success in life. Dr. Brackett, director of the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence, will discuss how understanding and effectively managing emotions is crucial for personal well-being as well as academic and life success. He will provide valuable insights and practical strategies for students to nurture their emotional well-being, competence, and resilience. It's not that long and it's free, so I encourage you all to go and let your parents know about the event.
If you guys haven't noticed yet, there's a box in the main office from the nonprofit Filling in the Blanks. This Friday is the last day to donate. The club collects backpacks each year and fills them up with necessities and toys for kids in need during the holidays. This year, New Canaan's National Charity League is helping them reach their goal of collecting 3,000 copies of the board game Sorry. If you have this board game at home lying around, bring it to school. You can also donate by scanning the QR code on the box. You can purchase and send a copy to their warehouse. Any donation is appreciated and makes a change in the upcoming holidays for those in need.
Everyone, please join the school counselors for a conversation about college admissions with the Deans of Admissions from Dartmouth, Fordham, Rhodes College, and the University of Vermont on Thursday, November 9th at 7 p.m. in the NCHS Wagon Room.
Good thing we got all that scary stuff out of the way. The November 1st deadline is way too close.
I know, it's really creeping up on us. Let's turn it over to something that's not so spooky. Rob Frangione with our sports report. Rob?
Thanks, Catherine. With the postseason for many fall sports right around the corner, we've got a scary amount of sports to cover today. So let's get right into it. What's up, NCHS? I'm Rob Frangione, and this is your Ram Sports Report. Girls swim and dive is still looking for a spark to improve their final record. Sitting at 3-5, the girls only have one more meet in the regular season after Friday's huge win against Fairfield Ward on senior night. Some key contributors were senior Emma Peloso, who won the 100-meter butterfly, and freshman Caitlin Knowles winning the 100-meter breaststroke. On the divers' side, the girls took the first 4 places, dominating the competition. The girls have one last chance today, where they have a shot to take down a very tough team on the road in Greenwich. I spoke with senior swimmer Skylar Lee about the many ups and downs of this season and what today's meet means.
One of the hardest things that we've been battling is the fact that we don't have very much pool space. The Y is currently redoing the pool we swim in, so our practice time has been kind of wonky, and we've just been looking towards other options to get our workouts in. At this point of our season, I think we're more looking towards championship season. And so we're just going into Greenwich with a good mindset and seeing what we can do. They're obviously a very large and fast team in the FCAC.
Hopefully, the girls will have some tricks up their sleeves, because that would certainly be a treat. Good luck, girls, and let's finish the season strong. The FCX Championships took place on October 18th, where girls cross country ran very well in FCX, placing second, only finishing behind Greenwich. This was only their second loss on the season, and it unfortunately came during the postseason. Runners Charlotte Moore and Rodea Releva, as well as Elizabeth McLaughlin and Maddie Griner, had excellent performances, helping the team place so high. Although they didn't win FCX, their impressive record is allowing them to remain the #1 team in the East Division leading into states on Saturday. Following their matches against Trumbull and Darien, boys golf finished their regular season with 2 big wins. Against Trumbull, the boys had a solid team performance with nobody shooting over a 40. Then, in their big game against Darien, the boys came to play, winning by 9 strokes. Andrew Brandt and Patrick Sachs led the Rams, both having great matches. The team ended the season with a 10-5 record. Last weekend, the boys finished 6th at FCX, as well as 6th in states, with great performances from junior Brooks Thompson and another stellar match from Captain Patrick Sachs. Congrats on a great season, boys. After coming off a bye week, the Rams took on the Wilton Warriors this past Saturday on homecoming. NCTV was there, so let's roll the tape. The tension at Dunning Stadium was high on Saturday as both teams came into the day 4-1. The Rams had the home field advantage and the edge in this rivalry, and they came ready to play. The game got off to a slow start without any points being scored in the first quarter. However, Wilton was successful in the passing game with a series of deep completions from junior quarterback Joey Haggerty late in the first. Less than a minute into the second quarter, Wilton strikes with their first touchdown from senior running back Mac McGovern on this pitch play. New Canaan struggled to regain momentum, but eventually they got it going, and they were nearing the red zone position with less than a minute left. New Canaan scored the equalizer with 8 seconds left on this goal line trick play where Mike Smith walks in untouched for 6. Let's hear what Dylan Stevens and Greg Tamasco said on the call.
Works out. And no, it won't be the tush push. They'll trick them. And Michael Smith will walk in for an easy touchdown. Wow.
Easy money, Dylan. Mike Smith, what a dog.
Both teams would go into halftime tied at 7. Later in the third, Wilton regained the lead with a great catch by Luke Umfred over a couple of Rams defenders to put Wilton up by a touchdown, but they missed the PAT. With 9 minutes left in the fourth, the Rams take advantage of this, scoring on a huge late-game touchdown from senior captain Thomas Garcia, who barrels through the Wilton D-line for 6. This PAT was blocked by the Warriors, leaving the score tied at 13. Both teams were unable to score during the rest of the quarter, and the game went into overtime. The Rams won the toss and take it from the 10, giving them the first chance to score. Rams quarterback Luke Robinson runs it in on this touchdown, putting the Rams up for the first time on the day. And let me tell you, spirits were certainly high on the New Canaan sideline. Then it was Wilton's turn, but the Rams defense turned it up. First, it was senior Walter Schmitz laying this boomstick on Haggerty. The Rams defense was dominant on this drive, and it really showed why they are the top defense in the state. The game-sealing play was fellow senior Luke Bopp sealing it with this end zone interception. The final score of this one was 20-13, with the Rams coming out on top. Looking forward, the boys will travel this Friday to Norwalk and are looking to add another win to their 5-1 record. Girls soccer continues their push to the postseason as they look to close out the month of October with positive results. Over their last 5 games, the girls have scored 15 goals, 8 of which came in a brilliant performance versus Bridgeport Central, with 2 goals coming from junior Julia McPhillips. After that, the Rams suffered a tough 5-0 defeat to St. Joe's, but they bounced back with a 1-1 tie on senior night, with the lone goal coming from senior captain Ava Perticello. The goals then thrashed Danbury with a 5-1 victory, which saw Devin Russell and Paige Place both score 2 goals apiece. On Monday, it was the girls' biggest game of the season, as a positive result against Ridgefield meant that they would secure a spot in the FCIAC playoffs. With the help of some fantastic defense and a great goal by Sydney Patton, the girls ended up tying 1-1, which would end up being enough for them to qualify for the playoffs. The girls enter the postseason as the number 8 seed, as their first playoff matchup is this Thursday against first seeded St. Joe's. Good luck, girls. Now it's time for some quick hits so you can stay up to date with the rest of our Rams sports. Boys soccer finished the regular season with a 4-8-4 record, as last night the boys were unable to capture a win as they went against St. Joe's, which would have put them in the state playoffs. Their season has officially come to an end, as they will not be able to compete in the postseason. Girls field hockey finished with a 10-6 record, giving them a 4th place in the FCIAC. They played their final regular season game on Monday in a close win against Trumbull. Unfortunately, boys cross country had a relatively disappointing showing at FCIACs, as they placed 6th out of 15 teams. They were led by Ryan Bollinger, who placed 19th and was a member of the All-FCIAC second team. Their next meet is States, which is Saturday at Wickham Park. Girls volleyball now sits at a record of 7-9. Although they missed the cut for FCX, they are looking ahead to States following their matchup at Trumbull this afternoon. Good luck, girls. That's all for sports today. As excited as I am for all of the postseasons, we need to finish out the regular seasons too. Make sure to go and support your Rams teams as fall sports come to a close. Katherine and Gray, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Rob. It looks like sports was so long that we lost Gray. I'll be sure to check out a few games while I still can. Now we're going to turn it over to John Frieders to see if we'll be expecting any eerie weather for Hall weekend. Hopefully we won't see another weekend of rain.
Thank you, Catherine. You're right, as it has rained the past 8 straight weekends, and this weekend might break this spooky streak. Obviously, we're in spirit here in the studio, but I can't wait to see all the interesting costumes this year throughout town. Usually when we get to this point in the year, the weather turns cold, but it looks like we're going to have to wait a bit longer for the cool, crisp fall weather, as it's looking very warm. I'm John Frieders, bringing you this week's weather. This morning you saw cool temperatures in the mid-40s. You can expect them to get in the high 60s this afternoon. Throughout the day, the sun will come out with a couple of clouds mixed in. Luckily, with the rainy start to the school year, there's no chance of rain today or for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, the weather looks pretty similar to what it was today. You will see temperatures in the low 50s and temperatures even touching a scorchy 74 degrees. Can't believe I'm saying this, but the temperatures are looking more like what we would see in the spring compared to the fall. Friday, we'll see lows in the 60s, a high of 74. Clouds are going to loom over for a little bit, but you can expect them to disappear as the day progresses. Wow, 70 degrees in October, I will take that any day. Make sure you seize this wicked opportunity to go outside. And as we look closer to Halloween, you can expect perfect weather to celebrate Halloween. So the weather is going up to as high as 78 degrees on Saturday, with sunny skies. Weather will be a little bit cooler on Sunday with temperatures in the 60s. Expect this 60-degree weather to carry on through the beginning of next week. And make sure you go outside to enjoy all the Halloween festivities. I know I'll be outside, but how about you guys, Gray and Catherine?
Thanks, John. Oh, hey, Gray, you're back. I know I'll be outside also. Good thing we're not going to have some gruesome weather on Halloween. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at NCTV78 and subscribe to our YouTube channel, also at NCTV78.
Before we go, we'd like to wish a very happy birthday to Sophie Jones and Leonidas Pascalides. Hopefully you guys don't have a ghoulish birthday.
We leave you now with a sneak peek for the first ever Halloween mini-games. The full version will premiere on October 31st at 4 p.m. Get pumpkined up!
Have a great Halloween weekend, NCHS.
There's a Snickers.
Alright, what is your final take?
The blue airhead.
Alright. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and 0. The name of his movie is a date that happened this year.
Oh, Friday the 13th.
A character. No. He has a machete. He wields a knife as a signature weapon.
Mike Myers.
Name starts with an A.
Annabelle?
Yes.